Instead of using bobbins for my color changes, my little balls of yarn, what I've done is I'm going to use a nose to pin, and actually this isn't a nose to pin, it is a big knitting needle, size 17 actually, and I predetermined how long I wanted each piece to be. And what I did is I counted the number of stitches in each diamond, and then I wrapped around this big needle. Better to have more yarn than less yarn, because then you are going to have more yarn tails to weave in. Now, who showed me how to do this was Laura Farson, who I had in a class, and Laura's written some books on Scandinavian knitting, and so she was a good source, and she taught me how to do this. So basically what you do is you get your wooden nose to pin or knitting needle, or you can even use a pen, and you start it by having the long end here, and you wrap it around a few times to get it started. And then what you do is you just wrap from bottom to top, and you ever so slightly turn the needle, and I think you can see what's happening here. Now when I'm doing these for intarsia, I do them pretty tight because I want the yarn to be kind of sticky and stick together. And as I've said, I've used every form of bobbin, and I hate them. They don't really work well. What happens is that the bobbin adds weight to the yarn itself and makes it heavier. And so these I've found very good. I've taught intarsia a couple of times, and I provide a kit, and when I do that, I do this for my students, and we've all found that it works quite well. Whoops, sorry. So you just go around, and it gets rather repetitive and boring, but I want to show you how to finish it off, which is why I'm doing this. Around and around and around and around and around. And I'm getting near the end here. And so I have my yarn tail. Now what I do is I pull it off the wooden dowel for the nose to pin or pen or whatever I'm using, and I pinch it kind of flat, and then I wrap it tightly around. And then what I do is I get a crochet hook, you could do this with your fingers, and I just pull that end through. And then I have a nice little center pull yarn, and it doesn't weigh that much. Now for the red yarn that I'm using in this design, I haven't bothered to nose to pin them. I'm just going to let those hang loose.